After some time, I went to live on the mountain where Maharishi Mahesh Yogi's ashram was. At that time, it was so beautiful. Then I wandered down a little higher into the Himalayas, and somebody took me to bring to their guru, who lived in a cave. His name was Mahaveerdas Tatvala Baba. His cave, there was carved steps in the mountain that led to his cave, because it was on a cliff. And he only wore a loincloth made of burlap. He would sit in usually either a Padmasana or a Siddhasana, and would meditate for hours or days at a time without moving. And he invited me to sit next to him and live with him. So I did for some time. And I meditated for some time, but every now and then I'd open my eyes and look around, and he would be fixed, unmoving. I remember looking down. In those days, sometimes I'd see wild elephants. I'd see cobras and pythons and snakes. I would sometimes see leopards, boars, lots of monkeys. And while I'd be sitting there with my little sadhu robes next to this yogi, I would remember where I was from, the suburbs of Chicago, and how it was flat with nice little roads and finely manicured lawns and gardens, and everybody had houses that kind of looked like every other house. And I was just kind of picturing in my mind's eye the children standing on the bus stop to get their bus to school, and the parents getting in their cars and driving to work. And here I was, in the jungles, in a cave, with a yogi, with all these wild animals. And I was so happy to be there. How different. How wonderful. One day this yogi told me that he was inviting me to remain there for the rest of my life with him. Now, I was just 19 years old, turning 20. He had long, matted hair that when he sat down, it was several feet behind him on the ground. He was a powerful-looking man. And I was honored with his request. But I had to ask myself, am I ready to stay here for the rest of my life? Is this my guru? Is this my path? I didn't know. I wanted to travel more. But how to explain that to someone like this, who didn't speak English? But every now and then a Nepalese man would translate for us. And one day I decided to tell him that I was going to go. And I was kind of afraid, because he had supernatural powers. What if he was offended? So I said a little prayer to God that please make him understand. Just when I was about to open my mouth, he spoke the exact words I was about to tell him. And he smiled, just a very little smile, and put out his hand to bless me and said, "Follow your heart. Goodbye. May God bless you." So I left and started traveling north to the higher Himalayas. And the next day, I was trapped in a leprosy colony. And one old, dying leper woman showed such motherly love upon me that it completely transformed the whole way I was seeing the world.
You were listening to Radhanath Swami on thesacredconnect.com.